Hello, welcome to Temple Baptist Church here in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. Today we're going to be in 1 Chronicles chapter 13. We're going to look at verse 3 that I'm going to read to you. And of course, if you want to, the opportunity arises, you look at 1 through 8, and it'll give you more of a understanding of what's going on here and what we're going to have in chapter 13 in verse 3. This is David has consulted with the captains and thousands and hundreds, and what we need to do here. Here's the situation. They need to get back to where they need to be. And he says in verse 3, "And let us bring the ark of our God back to us, for we have not inquired at it since the days of Saul." Now that sounds a little bit like us today, maybe sometimes. I think there are times in our lives and the busyness that we have, and we all seem to be extra busy these days. The cares of this world can distract us from God. Now, parenting of young children, of course, is a full-time job, and most parents do that today, and both parents work, and that creates a problem. They're busy executives. Their position has them busy. They're laborers. They're working daily. Maybe you suffer a physical ailment, or maybe even adult children caring for their aging parents. That's just a few examples. And in all of these life situations, it is easy for us to neglect our time with God. And like I say, it happens because of the cares of this world, the stress that is put on us, and all the things that are happening in our lives. But these really are the times when we need Him the most. When we're going through these things, this is the time that we need Him the most. Without God in the center of our life, without God in the center, our lives can become stressful and lack true purpose and direction. Ever said this? I'm just running every which way. Don't know which direction to go in. And I think we see this in the world today as people fall away from the Lord and His truth. They fall away from it. And I think David here realized that in King Saul's time, the people of Israel had, since his time, the people of Israel had been neglecting the ark of God. It wasn't there. The place where His presence dwelt. That's where God dwelt with His people, dwelled among them. And so David gets the congregation together to make plans to return, together for worship and bring the ark back to Israel. They're going to do that. And so, bring it back. David, well as we should, recognize the importance of having God at the center of their lives and their nation. That's where He needs to be at today in our lives. He needs to be centered. So, if you've ever felt distance from God lately, maybe you're experiencing that now. Has the cares of life burdened you and made finding time in His Word challenging? Having the time to read God's Word, to study God's Word. Make it our priority today to go to Him in prayer and Bible reading and entrust Him with your cares of the life. Center on Him. And that's what David's doing. He's getting God back in the center. That's where God needs to be, in our center. Is He in the center of your life today, or have the cares of this world and the things that happen caused us to drift away from God? If you've drifted away, He didn't move. You're the one that moved, and you need to come back to Him. Come and be a part of our services here at Temple. We invite you on Sunday morning. Our first service begins at 8 o'clock. We have Sunday school class at 9, then 10 o'clock for our second service. Sunday night at 6, Wednesday night at 7. May God bless you is our prayer.